And just before we do our first video vlog of Sunderland West End versus Brandon United Day, just got to say a huge shout out to Sunderland West End under 7 Reds who picked up their first win of the season today, winning
4-0.
4-0. Absolutely fantastic performance from the boys. I know it's been a tough few weeks, but the parents and all the players really stuck together, and it was absolutely great to see the lads at full time after picking up the first win of the season. So a massive congratulations to all the lads and all the parents, but a massive shout out to Jude, Harrison, Zach, Jaden, Lenny, Arlo and Parker. Massive win for the Sunderland West End under 7 Reds. Proud of that one, Parker?
What?
Proud today?
Yeah.
Did the lads do well? Will win next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Alright everyone, and this is our first video vlog for the North East non-league show for the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It does really mean a lot to ourselves. And if you get yourselves across to Facebook as well and search for the North East non-league show, we've now got a Facebook group as well, going really well. We can only thank everyone that's tuning in and getting across the group. Without you, we can't be doing what we are doing. And the support that we've had over the last couple of weeks has been absolutely fantastic, so really appreciate your support. If you can, please hit that subscribe. It really does help us grow as a channel as well. We're just getting back to the first vlog today on our channel, which is Brandon United coming to face Sunderland West End down at Ford Quarry Hub. A game I'm really looking forward to. Just the stadium that's around the corner for myself, so I can't wait to get around there in the next half an hour or so and start doing some work for the club, because it's been what a week it's been between ourselves and the first team down at Sunderland West End. The partnerships, the sponsorships that we have managed to sort out between us, it's absolutely fantastic for both parties. Can't thank Sunderland West End enough, sponsoring our North East non-league show now, as well as Baywatch TV, and also today have actually allowed us to be the match day sponsor. So I'm really appreciative to what they've actually done for us this week, and hopefully we can share their stuff as much as we can as well, to push the name out and help them get as many fans down and through the turnstile as possible. We're just getting back to the game today. As we said, Sunderland West End versus Brandon United. Quite a good game on paper actually. Starting with Sunderland West End sitting 15, just below mid-table in the Northern League Division 2. Played 14 games, won 4 and drawn none and lost 10. Goals for 16 and goals against 29, and currently sitting on 12 points. And you can kind of see the problems there, that they've had the 4 wins but no draws, where if a few of them little defeats could have turned into draws, it could have been possibly pushing on above mid-table. But I know it's a very young side there this season, and I know they've just signed a couple of lads back, Reid Thompson and James Cassidy, which hopefully now can give that little bit of experience with the lads going forward as well. Over the last couple of games, very proud performance, I would imagine, which we're going to speak to the managers very shortly about. But for the West End manager, losing last week 5-4 on penalties to Billingham, who has absolutely flying at the top half of the table in Division 2 this season. I mean, it was a 1-1 draw and they took them to penalty in the VARs. Very unlucky in the end, but hats off to the fight in that game. And then midweek as well, they did get beat 4-2 on Tuesday night versus Chester Street United down at the Hub. So I'm sure they want to put things right today as well. Getting on to Brandon, absolutely cracking season for them. Over the moon for the club as well, because they have really been struggling over the last kind of decade now, and it's nice to see them pushing on towards the top half of the table rather than fighting down the bottom. Just looking at their stats so far this season as well, so we've got Brandon, who is currently sitting 9th at the moment, and I know it's really close at the top of the Northern League Division 2. Sitting on played 11, won 7, drawn 2, lost 2, goals for 20 and goals against 14, which is really good. Solid performance at the back there. And I know this season they have got that experience of Matty Moffat up top, and I think he is missing today, but what a player he is to have around your squad. Not just for his experience in the Northern League, but the goals the lad brings as well. Absolutely huge. 9 points actually off the top of the table. As we mentioned, the Division 2 this season is so strong. It's going to be really good over the next few weeks to see who's going to run away from that pack and who's going to be challenging for that top half for the first number 1 spot, as well as the playoffs this season. Really going to be interesting to see that over the next few weeks. Also for Brandon United, 8 games unbeaten, which is absolutely fantastic. And I know we've had the 2 3-1 wins over the last couple of games, Bedell in the league and Picker in town, in the VARs as well. They must be full of confidence, and once you start getting that run of games where you're picking up wins and unbeaten streaks. Just the confidence in the changing rooms around the club, it helps so much. So today's game has really got, she's massively looking forward to going down there to watch the game today as well. We only played each other not too long ago at the end of last month, and Brandon did come out with a 3-0 win. So I'm sure Sunderland West End will be wanting to put things right today. But again, West End playing against a good side in Brandon today, who will be looking to go 9 games unbeaten. So yeah, really looking forward to the game. If you keep watching throughout this video, lots coming on throughout the game. Hopefully catching up with the managers, some fans from both clubs, and yeah, just trying to get Northern League out there as much as we can. That's the part of our channel now, which we, myself and Stephen, we just want to push this North East non-league scene as much as we can. We absolutely love it. So why not push these clubs out there and give them a voice, give them a platform to go out and hopefully attract new fans to come down and watch their games. Because at the end of the day, little clubs like this, they need the support, they need the money to keep going. And give Northern League a go, give the North East scene a go as well. If you do support Newcastle, like myself, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, if them teams are playing away and you don't travel down, go around and support your local side. It means so much to them. But yeah, if you keep watching, hopefully lots more to come up today as well. So we're here with Stephen, Sunderland West End manager. Stephen, the last few games, how do you think it's been going?
Last few games, decent, you know, performance-wise. I think we haven't getting really what we deserved in some of them. But the last performance was really poor. I think it's a bit, for us, it's a bit up and down. Now we do well a couple of games, then we have a couple of off gears. It's just about getting consistency, I think, for us now.
Yeah, I mean, you must be really proud of the game last Saturday in the FA Bars, taking obviously a strong side of penalties. Unlucky over 90 minutes.
I think they would admit this. I think we were the far better side over the 90 minutes. I think, but I think missed chances. I think we missed 3 or 4 really good chances, 2 one-on-ones, I think. And I knew as soon as you miss them chances, you've got a chance of getting by in. And once you scored later on, it was always a lottery then, penalties.
Yeah. Obviously, during the week I was at work watching the Twitter updates. It was a kind of end-to-end goal fest. I mean, watching on from the side, how did that game go?
It was a tough watch, to be honest. Like, we went up twice, 1-0 and then 2-1, and we just conceded straight away. It was just sloppy defending, really, I think. But as a whole, we got popped off the park, really. Like, to be fair, they were a good side, well organised, well drilled, loads of energy. I think we just got beat from a far better side on the night. I think we were poor, really poor.
I mean, what's your aims between now and the end of the season? I know it's quite a young side, but a couple of signings coming in during the week. Reece Thompson and James Cassidy back to give a bit of experience to the youth lads. It's going to be a massive bonus for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I think just getting these lads in is important. I think we just need to get a settled squad. And never mind a settled side, a settled squad. You know, I've had lads missing work commitments, injuries, holidays and stuff, and we've just never had a settled squad. And that's all I want, really, a settled squad, so we can get all our strong players back and then blood these young ones in as and when, really. But just consistency from now till the end of the season, I think.
Definitely. I mean, getting beat 3-0 off Brandon last month as well. What's your kind of thoughts going into the game today and your plan for the game?
We didn't actually play bad that game. How ridiculous it sounds. We actually played well, but you get beat 3-0, and obviously it is what it is. But today it's just about, obviously we're getting still got a few players missing, so it's going to be tough today. But I think we've just got to grind these type of results out and just try and kick on and get some momentum, really. Like, we're sort of up and down all the time, so momentum's massive for us at the moment.
Definitely. I mean, we've been chatting a lot of the West End committee during the week, and I think it's massive now to try and get as many people down. I mean, we just live 5 minutes away, and the amount of houses that you pass coming down, we need to try and get as many fans and people come down just to try us out for that one time, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, to be honest. I think before the hub was built, one of the quarry, they got 200 odd fans every game, but I don't know, for some reason, whether it's the QR code system or whatever, people don't get it or whatever, but don't seem to be coming down. But in the same breath, you need to be winning games and you need to be attracting players away from watching Sunderland and stuff like that. And when you're not winning games, it's hard. But it's massively important. Obviously, if we can try and get a crowd down here to get behind the lads, and it's huge, really.
Definitely. No, thank you for talking to us, and good luck for the game and the rest of the season as
No
well.
worry. Cheers.
Both teams coming out. So it's 3-0 here at half time. Brandon 3, Sunderland West End 0. Very difficult half for Sunderland West End. Hopefully come out a bit more fight the second half, and we'll see how they go. But Brandon on the attack, absolutely deadly. A couple of great finishes by them as well, which we've actually caught on video. But we're back for full time and hopefully catch up with the Brandon United manager as well. Just catching up with Matty after the game. Matty, thoughts on the game today?
Yeah, I thought we started really well. As I say, we took our chances early, which took the pressure off. We were coming into this game, this was a potential of winning 9 straight wins in a row. So there was a little bit of added pressure that everyone probably just going to raise the game an extra 10 to 20% now, knowing that the run we're on. But I thought we killed the game early doors. As I say, we went 1-0 up very quickly, then 2-0 up, then 3-0 up. And it was very comfortable. Last 25 minutes of the first half, we kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit, but I think that was because the high level, the intensity we started, which kind of blew them away.
Yeah.
But over the moon, as I say, 9 wins in a row at any level is exceptional. I can't fault the boys. Absolutely outstanding.
Like you say, it's 9 wins, but wins in the Vars, wins in the league. You must be proud of the lads.
Yeah, as I say, I can't fault them. They're a great group of lads. As I say, what they've been through in the past to where we are now as a club off the pitch, where we are as a club on the pitch, and it's got to go down to them, the efforts to put in, the commitment to show in training. I mean, midweek, obviously it was waterlogged, the pitch was waterlogged, so we went and did a boxing session. We still had 15 lads turn to do a boxing session. So the levels of commitment are there, and as I say, they're putting it on the pitch. They'll not find a harder working team.
Yeah, I mean, it's like hats off to Brandon as well, because I know it's been quite hard over the last decade, and it's nice to see them up. I mean, this Division 2 this season is going to be very good to watch on, isn't it? The last couple of the weeks, especially going to the end of the season, it's going to be great. No. I mean, everyone's winning everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely everyone's beating everyone. As I say, you looked at the result last night. Credit to Chelsea Street. You know what I mean? Berkeley have been absolutely flying on a terrific team, but it just shows at this level, if you're not quite at it, you get found out. It's a good competitive league, and it will go down to the wire this year. I mean, previous years, the club have really struggled. As I said, this is my second season here, but when I first come in, they were in a relegation dogfight, and I think they have been for a number of years. Attendances are up. Obviously, they've done loads of work off the pitch, committee-wise, and we've obviously starting to get results on the pitch as well. And we are competitive. We just take each game as it comes. But as I said, we've had a really tough start as well. We've played nearly everyone who are currently in the top 12, and we've more than held our own.
Yeah, I mean, we had the show last week and we kind of looked at the Division 2, and I think it was between 9th and top place was 9 points. I mean, looking at it now, and you've seen the start, what's your aims now pushing on in the season?
We're kind of, we just take each game as it comes. As I say, obviously we will be in and around it. All right, we speak about it as lads, as a group. That's where we want to be. We want to be at the top, the correct.
Yeah.
Not looking over our shoulders as such to kind of grab and snatching wins to keep ourselves in the league. All right, as I say, we're going to be up there. There's certainly no one to fear from what we've seen so far, but as we know as individuals, if we're not at it as a group, we will get found out. we just got to keep winning games of football, finding a way to win. As I say, second half wasn't pretty, but we found a way to win.
Definitely. And finally, I mean, we've caught up with the Sunderland West End lads before the game. We kind of said we need to start getting more people to Northern League games, and for Brandon as well. You see the attendances, it's always 200, 300 for some clubs, and you see 60, 50 at these type of teams. We need to get the word out there and get the fans down. I mean, what's your message to the people of Brandon?
I mean, obviously that's one of the big steps that we've made inroads with the local community. With Brandon this year, I've really pushed that off the pitch. Just trying to get juniors involved. There's a massive junior set up there. That's the heart of it. Getting the juniors along with the parents, getting them involved. As I say, we had a great Vars day. There was good numbers in the Vars. Really good numbers in the Vars, should I say, coming to watch us. And as I say, they all enjoyed it. We made it like a family fun day to try and get people to come back. It was all positive. As I said, there's nothing better for me than local football. Absolutely nothing better than seeing 22 lads go out there and try their all, give their all for their local teams. As I say, I much prefer watching local football than I do watching the Premier League, if I'm honest. But yeah, just come support. We'll love the support, definitely, and that's the same for everyone.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us after the game. Really appreciate it.
Brilliant.
Cheers. So it's full time here at Ford Quarry Hub. Sunderland West End 0, Brandon United 4. Good game of football to watch if you're a Brandon fan. Play some good football at the time, but Sunderland West End, a lot of heads dropping in the second half and very beaten team. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching our first video vlog. Part is very happy here with his hot dog. And thank you to Sunderland West End for the kind generosity all throughout the week for the player, for the sponsorship and everything as well. And hopefully back down again soon.